YouTube, I'm Crystal from Crystal Sews and Stuff on Instagram, and today I wanted to share with you my makes for the first week of Me Made May 2018. So for the first day I decided to wear New Look 6446. That's the jumpsuit I recently made, my most recent make, and I just talked about this in my April makes video, and I'll leave a link to this video with more information about this pattern above in the card with the card. So that was the first thing I wore, the New Look 6446, and I really liked it. It was a beautiful day. Actually, this whole week has been very pretty for the most part. So so here's a picture of me wearing that right here. And so for the second day, I wore for New Look 6413, and this was a I made this last year for Sew Your Review challenge on Instagram, and it's a cute little skirt with the elastic waistband. It also was supposed to have a zipper in the middle, and I decided to not put the zipper in. And it was a really easy pattern. All I did was, instead of putting the zipper in, I put the first pattern piece, the front pattern piece on the fold. So all it is a front, a back, and the back and front neck facings, and elastic tie, elastic casing in the middle. So it's a very simple, easy to make dress, but if you do the zipper, it'll be a little bit more difficult. But overall, I really like that dress, and I wear it all the time, every spring, summer. The next thing that I made was Mccall 7405, and this is an easy learn to sew pattern. It's by it's in their Learn to Sew series, and all it is a front and a back, and you turn it over in the front to make a casing for the necktie for the front and the back, and you just thread it through and to make the necktie. It's super easy. The only problem is I had a little gaping in the underarm, so I had to sew it up like 2-3 times. I had to take it in 2 or 3 times to make that dress, and so it's one of my favorite patterns. I've made it twice, so this is the pattern that I made last year. So that's Mccall 7405, and here's a picture of me wearing it. And then the next thing that I made was the Walkley vest that I wore. I'm sorry, was the Walkley vest, as well as the Simplicity 1283 jacket, Simplicity from Mimi G 1283 jacket. And I made this the jacket for my 2017 Make 9 list, and my daughter just walked in, and okay, the next thing that I made was the Walkley vest. It was a simple front back vest, top. It's a knit top, and and all it is just grown on like sleeves, and you just sew up the sides, and then you just fold over the top. I added a little bit of non-roll elastic to the top to help it lay a little flatter, but other than that, it's a super simple pattern. So that's what I wore on the 4th day, because it was looking a little cloudy that day in the morning, but it turned out to be hot the rest of the day. Right about around 11, the sun came out, and I ended up taking the jacket off, and I did a little gardening. Well, we went shopping for gardening stuff that day. So the next day was the 5th of May, and I wore the Maryland dress by Style Art Patterns, and that was on Saturday, and we had a real busy day. My husband and I accidentally scheduled 2 plays, 2 off-Broadway plays. One was in Delaware. We went to go see Motown live, which is really fun. You should, if you get a chance to see that, you really should. And then we came back to Baltimore, and we saw An American in Paris, because we already had season tickets for that, and we totally forgot to put it on the calendar when we made the Motown live, when we scheduled the Motown live. So we got there in plenty of times, because the first play was at 2, and it's like an hour and a half drive from where we live to Wilmington, Delaware. So, and then we came back, and we went to see we had dinner. Actually, we found this nice little restaurant Mexican restaurant in Delaware. It was Cinco de Mayo. So we had some Mexican food, and then we went back and we saw an American in Paris. But I was so tired. But it was a really good play too. Very ballet based, but it was a beautiful play. So that's what we did Saturday, and I really liked this dress for that occasion because you could wear it easily from day into night. So then on Sunday, we kind of took it easy. I didn't get dressed till way late in the day, and we just basically stayed in, we just ran for a pizza run. So that's what I wore for my pizza run, was this Simplicity $11.99 top. In the middle part section, that fabric was from Move Fabrics, from a trip I took with my sewing class last year, as well as and the maroon was fabric that I had in my stash. So again, that was top $11.99. I insert a picture here. And the last thing that I wore today was this Agnes top, as well as Simplicity 3506. And this was my first skirt that I made in my sewing class. Is a really in the first level classes you have to make a elastic waistband skirt, and so this was the skirt that I made, was Simplicity 3506 View C. And I decided I broke some of the rules because you're supposed to get a plain non-directional fabric. So my pattern ended up being directional instead of a plain fabric, but she still let me work with it, and she helped me to make sure I didn't, sew one side the wrong way and everything. So, so those were the things that I wore for the first week of Me Made May 2018. And I'll show a little clip of me wearing it. If it's a little shaky, my daughter helped me take the video on my phone. The video on my phone this week, and my mother-in-law did too. So, next week I'll try to get the real camera out, but we were rushing in the morning, so I really didn't have time to get the good camera out. So I took all the videos on my phone this week. But so here's a little clip of me, of all my makes, of all the things that I wore and for the first week of Me Made May 8, 2000. Watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.